Why would anyone trade a lifetime of talent for a few years of glory? Luke's smile darkens. Because time is cruel to all, and crueler still to artists. Because vision weakens, and voices wither, and talent fades. He leans close, twists a lock of her hair around one finger. Because happiness is brief, and history is lasting, and in the end, he says, everyone wants to be remembered. The words are a knife, cutting swift and deep. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue follows the story of a young girl in 18th century France who seeks freedom in a society that wishes to box her in to the role of mother and wife. Inadvertently, she summons an entity who grants her wish for more time. But all things come at a price. In exchange for more time until she does not want it anymore, no one who sees her remembers her. She has immortality, but once she is out of anyone's line of sight, she is forgotten. Every year, the entity we come to know as Luke asks her the same question. Do you still want to live? And every year her answer is yes. It becomes a point of pride for her, a game she needs to win. She is determined to never be broken. So what does time mean for an immortal person? This novel is a masterclass in the relative nature of time. The story weaves through time, spending equal page real estate on 1 year of Addie's life and 300 years of her past. This is a genius example of theme being expressed through story structure. There are 36 chapters of 2014 New York and 37 chapters of flashbacks across 300 years. This is an experiential story, a slow burn through the plot. We experience Addie's present as it overlays on top of her past, like layers on a cake. So this story isn't for everyone. Its biggest criticism is that it is slow-moving and not much seems to be happening. But this is a stylistic choice, because literally half the book is flashback. So the readers are right. For 50% of the book, we move through time, yes, but we are not moving forward in the plot. The flashbacks give the plot in 2014 context, meaning, and depth. Addie calls these palimpsests. Henry pauses and Addie leans her elbows on the counter, wraps her hands around the steaming cup, inhales the bittersweet scent. For a second, only a second, she is in Paris, hat pulled down in the corner of the cafe as Remy pushed the cup toward her and said, "Drink." That is how memories are for her, past rising into present, a palimpsest held up to the light. For an immortal, time lies on top of each other, creating layers of memory linked to not only geographic location, but also events and actions performed by lovers. Just in this same way, the reader is shown literally sandwiched between pages of the flashbacks, her past. But the issues that come with her immortal curse come to a head in a singular, dramatic question. Being forgotten, she thinks, is a bit like going mad. You begin to wonder what is real, if you are real. After all, how can a thing be real if it cannot be remembered? It's like that Zen koan, the one about the tree falling in the woods. If no one heard it, did it happen? If a person cannot leave a mark, do they exist? If we cannot be remembered, do we matter? The human need to leave a mark, to make a difference, to be different from the rest, plagues us as it plagues Addie. How do we make our mark? And so Luke, unknowingly, offers us this solution. Ideas are wilder than memories. He meant it as a barb, no doubt, but she should have seen it as a clue, a key. Memories are stiff, but thoughts are freer things. They throw out roots, they spread and tangle, and come untethered from their source. They are clever and stubborn, and perhaps they are in reach. And Addie becomes a muse. Artists get inspiration from her, so she may not be remembered, but the art created in her honor is permanently etched in the minds of the artists. And those who might forget her do not forget her art. Memory is fragile and brittle, while ideas have a life of their own. They take root in the minds of people and expand through time. So how do we make our mark? We plant ideas, we plant art, we plant feelings and emotions. This channel explores the ideas that stories explore, so it's quite poetic that we open this channel with Addie LaRue, a story about the power of ideas and making your mark on the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and check out the in-depth version in episode 1 of the Story Surgeon podcast. And if you're interested, check out my published works at ektaa.com. I write paranormal and fantasy fiction from middle grade to adult. Thanks for watching!